And that's why you want new batters at the crease, because the pace of the wicket, they're not quite used to it yet. That one just stopped a little bit on him. He turned his bat thinking it was going to come on a little bit quicker. So you allow yourself to get those dot balls in. We're hoping for another wicket. Last ball, good over so far. Reverse. Gone. Captain is gone. That's another wicket they picked up. Trying to play the reverse sweeper straight to the man at point, and they pick up another wicket here, Bangladesh.
The idea was good from Jason Rose. The execution not so good. He hit it straight to the man. And overjoyed the Bangladeshis. Look at how much it means to them.
All taste, no worries. Beyond Burger. Echt pflanzlich.
Quite a big wicket, given what you said about him earlier when he scored 50 in his first game, the only game he's played in.
Very good. Boys, take it home. Take it home. Take it home, boys. Take it home. We are not even close.
Next man up, Vian Pretorius, into his second match, strike rate of 94, very good strike rate, higher score of 12 only, so hasn't had too many opportunities at this level. Here's the chance today, 15 overs to play with. A left-handed batter, another lefty coming in. And a big wicket for the captain of that last over there, taking out his fellow captain. Rafi to continue to Faskalkvik.
Despite the loss of that wicket, it's important that South Africa continue in the momentum that they have been, especially since Van Schalkwyk is still out there. 106 needed from 89 deliveries. Still very much within reach.
Yeah, spinners have done well though for Bangladesh. Every time the seamers come on, they seem to bleed some runs, but the spinners come on. They slow things down a little bit, and that run rate that's required does tend to shoot up. They've really done a nice job here for Bangladesh so far. That's Vian Pretorius, who just came on, about to face his first delivery.
Afi's boy, Vian Pretorius. Pretoria boys high. Oh my goodness, apologies. I'm sure he heard me then. He's like,
you said Afi's, then you said Pretoria.
And then it's like, what?
What are you saying?
When you went to both?
Goes to Afi's.
Yeah, energy levels on the field, they've gone up an inch. They've just turned up the volume here, Bangladesh. Psyched up. They're up for this. Just one. Gets off the mark.
He'll want to make a good impression here, Vian Pretorius. Had a chance in game number 1 when he was a substitute for Jason Rolls. Then he had another opportunity in the previous game. Didn't capitalize in either of them, so here's chance number 3. Certainly with some of the form that he's shown and what is known of Vian Pretorius, he'll capitalize eventually from here up until the Zimbabwe tour, where they'll get 6 games to try out.
Oh, good running. Good running. Still keeping that scoreboard ticking over, which is very important. That run rate has shot up now to 7.3.
It's going to be the first time South Africa are testing out this new law in the series. haven't gotten to over number 34. Now they're on over number 36. The scoring has been good, especially from Yorick van Schalkwyk. Like you said earlier on, Monday, they'll be choosing the softest ball. It's one of the few times where you're trying to choose a ball which has degraded to as much as possible.
Yeah. Very much so. Hakeem has got the previous wicket of his fellow captain, just changing the field here for him. Mid wicket comes into the circle. One down to long off. They're daring him though. With a long on and mid wicket up in the circle on the onside for Pretorius. They want him to try go over the top.
Come on, Tamim.
Perhaps leading edge.
But that's the advantage of having a very well set partner. You don't have to take them on. You can just pass on the strike on to the set batter. And if he passes the strike back onto you, all of a sudden the team has gotten 2 runs from 2 deliveries. Then you continue in that fashion, and eventually you've set your eye in. Van Schalkwyk on the other side has had several deliveries, and he's probably pumped some for 4. And you get closer to the target.
Yeah, it's going to repeat that. Another wide. I think he wanted to go back to that. It was very full delivery.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Last minute he went forward.
Come on. Big shot, boys. Coming, boys.
Smelling something here, the Bangladeshis can hear.
They are up for it. They are up for it.
Oh, they are. Good boy, Tamim.
For the time being, Vian Pretorius is up to it as well, moving up to 4 more runs from 6 deliveries, and it starts off slow like this. Before you know it, the partnership is in double digits. Before you know it, it's in its 30s, and all of a sudden you are hurting. Your team spirit is low.
Come on, boy.
So all the patience game for these 2,
Come on, boy.
and it slowly starting to get dark in Benoni. They want to get over it. Ooh, that would have been an awesome catch if it was grabbed by Uzaman Rafi, but it lands safely.
That South African bench. That South African bench. Might have closed their eyes for a second over there. He was looking to hit it over extra cover. Yep. Mid-off is up in the circle. The idea was very good. Execution, and he got away with it. So I understand exactly what he's trying to do, though. And why not? Only one man on the offside on the boundary. Good running again.
Still having the awareness to use the depth of the fielders to just put it into space for a single. 13 overs left. 78 deliveries. They need 95 runs. 95 from 78.
Change of bowling, right over.
Yeah, more spin. They're going to bowl their spinners for as much as they can. 13 overs left.
Still handy players. Handy players still waiting in the kitchen for South Africa. The highest ever run chase in Youth ODIs is 318.
Yeah, the records are there to be broken today. Could be South Africa next. Could be. 13 overs left. 7 wickets in hand. And needing 95 to win. I thought he was going to go for the sweep. It's a huge. What is he saying? Nah, he made it. He's back in. There was a huge disagreement in terms of the run. He called yes and then no. Pretoria was almost on the other end. He still made it back.
Fielding not up to standard, uncharacteristic of
Called him.
Bangladesh.
Sorry, I was just about to say, Francis Alkek, he called him and ran and then decided, no, I'm not going to make it to the other end. Maybe you should go back. Almost. But almost doesn't count, unfortunately for Bangladesh.
So close. So close. Did well, Vian Pretorius, to make it back. He's going to have to capitalize on the life that has been offered to him here, Vian.
It's a very good start to the over too, though, for Bangladesh in terms of .1 run rate at 7.5 needed now. And the pressure will slowly start to climb. The more overs that we don't get boundaries on, and that run rate starts to spike up, the more pressure is going to be on the batters. We've still got time, though. You've always got more time than you think.
Luckily, the ball that they're playing with is white. You can see, even from the hue of your screen, that it has gotten a little bit darker. Oh, that was close. Amazing bowling from Islam.
I'm not even quite sure what happened there. Just missed it completely. I don't think he read it. Pretorius? Having another look. Yeah, I turned away from him. Googly.
Had no idea what happened to him there, Vian Pretorius. For a moment, I thought the bail was off its stump. Such was the quality of the delivery from Islam. Now it's just going to be a seed planted in Pretorius' head. It's going to be important that he covers the gap between the bat and the pad, because now he might be playing for that googly at any time.
Yeah, wide. Gonna repeat that. So far, really good over though. Just one delivery left. 2 runs off it. Exactly what Bangladesh want. And they want to bowl the majority of these deliveries to Pretorius as well, while he's still struggling. Very good over. 2 runs off it. 228 for 3 South Africa, Bangladesh defending 93 runs. South Africa then needs to win this game.
It's doing well here, Islam. Even South Africa had a bowler who just controlled everything. Here, Jadin Islam going at a touch below 4 runs to the over. That required run rate for South Africa slowly creeping up into the 8s, 7.7 so far. Van Schalkwyk, Pretorius, they're going to need to take control here. The shorter leg side opened for Van Schalkwyk.
Keep on!
Looking for 2, just 1. Good work. Oh, not sure about the throw. I got to the ball quite quickly.
Azizul Hakim went for a bit of a tapping in the start of his spell. He was the target focus of Yorick van Schalkwyk whilst he was batting with Mohamed Bulbulia. He's reeled it back in here, the captain.
Yeah, it's also his last over. He's done a nice job. Picked up a wicket, an important wicket as well.
Come on.
Going at just over 5 runs and over. Couldn't find the gap. Timing was very good. If he gets the ball in between that point and that short third man, that's a 4. Unfortunately, straight to the man. Good work in the outfield.
This is the difficulty that now comes with the old ball being in play. And Van Schalkwyk has been off strike for quite a bit now. You spoke about it, Monde, that the Bangladeshis will be trying to keep Pretorius on strike, always tensing up when he's on strike, loosening when Van Schalkwyk to get Pretorius back on strike. And it seems to be working now with a dwindling striking rate.
Yeah, it can also frustrate Van Schalkwyk, the fact that he's not getting to face as many deliveries as he wanted to. He got a single off the first ball and had to wait for 3 more before he faced again. Pass ball, very good over. Very good spell by the captain. Got away with one there, full toss. Couldn't capitalize at all. And that's the end of a very good spell by the captain. 10 overs, 1 for 51. South Africa, 231 for 3.
A much hotter Yorick van Schalkwyk sends that into the grass embankment for 6 runs. A full toss like that. But like we said, just going a little bit cold, watching from the non-striker's end. Now there's 11 overs to go. South Africa need 90 runs. That run rate might slightly get out of hand if they are not careful, especially with the spin bowlers performing the job that they are. Especially this man, Shadin Islam, who has the ball right now at the Kuruleni end, going at less than 4 runs to the over.
Yeah, the seamers still got to come back though. Especially South Africa can't try capitalize because those seamers have been expensive. I think if the ball is there to hit it, but you don't have to take any unnecessary risk. If you are going to target the seamers, that is.
Bang! Smashing hit from Yorick van Schalkwyk into the stands. Taking on Islam. And that's how you start an over.
Well, as I said, don't take any unnecessary risk. He goes down on one knee. I said for a 6. And if you can keep doing that, then keep doing that. No complaints for me. One knee. For a split second, I thought he might have got the top edge on that one, but a nice connection, and it's gone all the way. Much needed for South Africa.
Very risky because he's playing the ball against the turn and he's playing it to the long side of the field. So 2 negatives going against him, but he still powers it on over the boundary. Great batting from Van Schalkwyk. A little bit too hard to try and hit it, but he started the over very well. And in this day and age, if you do have the upper hand, some coaches don't mind their players going on for another biggie if it's allowing from the bowlers. Bila behind me, clearly one of those coaches calling for another 6, but calm now exhibited from Yorick.
Gotta keep going.
There it is.
Short boy.
Massive batting from Yorick. If it's there to be hit, do it.
150.
And that's 2 6s in a row.
148.
That takes him to 148. Too short of his 150, but once again, same shot, same result. Down on one knee. Square leg was up in the circle too, so it was a very safe shot. Just to get it over the square leg, you gotta get a boundary. He got the maximum. 12 runs off this over, exactly what South Africa needed.
That's why they wanted to have Vian on strike other than Yorick van Schalkwyk, because look at the damage that he's causing here. Very good batting.
Yeah, the field hasn't changed. Square leg is still up in the circle.
Muscled that. Just got too big on him.
Yeah, I think so. He probably would have wanted to hit that a bit later and try target hitting it over square leg who's up in the circle, but nonetheless, gets a single, 13 runs off this over, 1 ball left.
They're bringing in the long off fielder, coming into mid-off.
Tempting him.
Over.
No temptation needed. 13 runs from the over for the South Africans.
Stay like that. Stay there. One strike.
77 needed from the last 10 overs. Oh, it's very dark. It's getting darker and darker. The lights won't switch on. Luckily, though, the ball is white. The light may shine on South Africa at the end of this tour with 7 wickets in hand, needing 77 runs. 149 not outs from Yorick van Schalkwyk. Really great performance.
Bangladesh just taking their time in between these overs. Just slowing things down a little bit. Tiny bit. New bowler. Captain did finish his 10 overs from the Charlotte end. And to replace him, Rafi back into the attack with his left-arm spin. South Africa trying to figure out where they think they can play this left-arm spinner, because it doesn't give it a lot of air. Balls are quite flat and straight. Got to figure out your options, which ones are the best ones to try and keep scoring on the left-arm spinner.
Power play. 5 fielders outside now being allowed. And 5 of them being used. Deep square. Deep mid-wicket. Long on. Long off. And deep cover.
Yeah, on the onside, there's nobody in the inner circle besides this fine leg. Missing. Everybody in front of him. Van Schalkwyk is on the boundary. On the onside, that is. It could be plenty of twos if you hit the ball well enough on that side. Just one for that one, yeah, just one.
Brilliantly played then from Yorick van Schalkwyk.
Well, that's what they're looking for, that big gap where the bowler can't get to it quickly. Between the fine leg, between the car corner, and the long arm, that's trying to find that gap. 150 for Van Schalkwyk. Has batted really well. Of 146 delivery, even more impressive. Strike rate of over 100. And he will be South Africa's big hope.
Wonderful moment for Yorick van Schalkwyk. Brings up his first 100 now. He's making it a granddaddy one. 150 up.
On. Relax there,
And Vian is making it easy now, just getting these ones and allowing Yorick to take strike.
Yeah, Rafi's not going to give it any air. That was a very flat. You can almost treat him as a seamer. I think he's going to go more back at the length. I don't think he wants him to get on one knee and sweep him either. Might be just dropping them a bit short, his deliveries. Oh, he goes on the sweep. 4 runs. That's what he wants, the fuller one, so he can get down on the one knee, likes the sweep shot, and that's gone for 4.
Superbly played from Van Schalkwyk. It was quickly bowled from Rafi. It matters not. That's how South Africa bring up their 250. Just down the leg side, way too wayward in his lines.
Come on,
And he eats it up, Yorick van Schalkwyk.
Come on, Rafi, come, Rafi!
Down the wicket, it's in the air. Safe. 7 runs off this over. 1 delivery left.
Come on, boys, come on, boys!
Oh, straight to the man. They still get a single. Yeah, makes it to the other side. It's 8 runs off the over. A decent one for South Africa, especially with that boundary. 41 gone. 252 for 3. South Africa now need 69 to win the game.
They've really switched on here, the under-19 Proteas. Whatever was missing in their first 2 games has come in here. 252 from just 41 overs. A total that looked so unprecedented from the manner in which they've been playing this entire innings, or this entire series. And 69 runs away in 9 overs, whilst the opening bowlers still have 6 overs apiece. I don't know if they'll ever come back. But Rizan Hossain continues with his bowling. 8 runs and over from here on. See South Africa cross the line as victors.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what the plan is here. Take off the pace or go full for Yorkers, What's the tactic going to be at the back end here for Bangladesh? Third man's back. Fine legs up in the circle. Long on, long off, car corner. All back.
Highest individual score by So, Jorish, 155.
Bela from commentator turned statistician.
Oh, yes.
Highest run from an under-19 player for Youth ODI.
Bounce short. Don't do that. Bounce short. I thought he was going to kill you for a second.
Player with the most runs for South Africa A in an individual innings, or for South Africa under-19, is the same player who has the most runs on debut on a test match for South Africa, Jacques Rudolph. The record is 156 for South Africa. Jorik van Schalkwyk is a runaway, currently on 155.
If I was a betting man, I would say he's going to break that record today. He's sorting out their field here to the left-hander. Taking pace off the ball, slow ball. Is he going to get to the boundary? That's a lovely shot. That is a lovely shot. Waited for it nicely. Took some pace off the ball there, Hosan. Pretorius waited for it nicely, played it as late as possible. Hits it. There is a man out there on the boundary on the offside too. Bit of worth on offer, but beats the man at deep point.
That should get the ball rolling for Vian Pretorius. It's been looking stiff throughout the series. Can loosen up a little bit and get his scoring form going as it normally does. Heavily off balance, playing that shot, needing to make his ground, falling away as he was playing it.
Yeah, I feel they're not happy. Rafi, he reckons he should have hit. I'm not sure how much trouble he would have been in though. Just stumbled, loses his balance. I think he would have made it. Back in, regardless. 2 left in this over. 5 runs off it so far. So a decent one for Bangladesh. We're going to finish this over by either getting a wicket or no big damage done. Give yourself a bit of room. Slow ball once again picked up by Van Schalkwyk. Only ran 1. Good fielding out in the outfield once again.
Keeping it consistent here, South Africa. That run rate that's required hasn't moved much and hasn't gone away from them, especially since they have 7 wickets in hand. They just need to be scoring at 2 runs more than what they are doing now, and they'll see themselves cross the line. Pretorius will keep strike, as Van Schalkwyk has equaled the record, just hasn't surpassed it as yet. 259 for 3 after 42. Peter Sklaba will come back and replace Mondes Ondegi.
Bed broken.
It is getting pretty dark now. Not just in terms of the scoreline, because the series is already gone, but it's getting pretty dark out there.
Yeah, good afternoon.
50 minute ato bad na.
Oh, you coming with the brightness.
Magubane, yes,
Don't worry.
I think I needed to just brighten up the place. Yeah, but it is quite cloudy. Over rates are also going to be in question from the match referee, Rudy Birkenstock. We'll see who gets penalized, but it's taken an eternity to bowl these 50 overs. About 42 so far, Bangladesh. Van Schalkwyk, how beautifully has he played? Just one short to go. Top of the pile in terms of highest scores for youth ODIs for South African. He's coming nicely, Vian Pretorius. He's taken the time also. But once he's got going, he's found some really good boundaries. Just needs to go a little bit touch quicker now. Round down, bottom edge, through the keeper's legs. And it's going to go all the way to the boundary. Fortuitous for Pretorius, but I'll take that. Valuable 4 for South Africa.
They all count.
Bei eBay ist Verkaufen kostenlos. Egal, wie viele Millionen dein Angebot sehen. Gib's nicht weg, gib's weiter. Beim Original.
eBay. Things people love.
Stay at the peak of your energy and endurance. Prozis Multi-Men 18 Plus.
But it's moments like these that just spur you on. Van Schalkwyk was dropped early on in the 80s. So everyone has his chance.
Go bhai, Sabri bhai.
58 from 45. Still very much in South Africa's favor. Still 7 wickets in the bag. Some big hitters to still come for South Africa. Hit hard. Back at Rafi and he spills it. South Africa will be able to get just the single. Right, here's the moment now for Jorik van Schalkwyk. A moment to eclipse the highest youth ODI score by a South African. As you rightly mentioned, Bendulo. The record belongs to another Titans man in Jacques Rudolph. He's got it. Now look for 2. Really good running from Pretorius and from Van Schalkwyk. The highest youth ODI score by a South African belongs to George Van Schalkwyk now.
Happens hand in hand with their 50-run partnership. It just shows how Jorik has been an anchor in this innings, has partnered Mohamed Bulbulia in the 100-run partnership. Now he's doing it for the 50-run partnership with Vian Pretorius. And the ease that his partners can now try and play with around him bring a strong hold in this South African chase.
Brilliant shot. A lot of work for the sweeper. Can't do it. This is some batting from Joris van Schalkwyk. He's leading the charge, leading South Africa possibly to victory here. 270 for 3 at the end of the 43rd.
In a chase like this, you need a couple of players to score medium to big scores, or one player to hold it down. And Jorik van Schalkwyk does it with the highest individual youth ODI score for a South African. And like you said, Pela, eclipsing Jacques Rudolph, 156 not outs. Van Schalkwyk 158 not outs. And how classy would it be coming in a game where if the South Africa do win, it is the most highest successful chase in a youth one-day international match ever.
Slides away. Rizan Hussain back into the attack for Bangladesh. And for 41 in his 7.1 overs so far. Always going to be a stiff chase, wasn't it? You would have said advantage Bangladesh at the interval because of how South Africa have batted in this series. But they've believed in themselves a little bit more today, South Africa. And catalyst being that first boundary from Adnan Lahadin. It's gone wide again from Rizan Hussain. So this is a huge box ticked. And whether South Africa do get there or not, being able to show the impotence that they have in this innings, in this run chase of a very stiff target of 321. Malibonge Moketa might say that's a big tick that we can take forward into that triangular between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe in a few days' time.
Just given how the last two games played out, there's been a lot of talk over the players in the team itself, its structure, if it has the capabilities to challenge for World Cup glory, especially since South Africa have won that World Test Championship. All of a sudden, there's an expectation with every South African team that is out there. That is nearly back onto the stumps from Jorik van Schalkwyk, saved by the pads. But apart from that, this performance just shows that they can do it, because it wasn't a one-man show. 100%, 162 is a big score, but he also needs partners around him to shape the score that he has built up. Mohamed Bulbulia raised his hand. Vian Pretorius is raising his hand now as well.
You make a great point about the expectation of every South African side now from that victory at the ICC Test Championship final. And these youngsters might have faltered a little bit in terms of the expectation to win. You're playing at home, you're playing against Bangladesh at home. Conditions might favor you slightly, but they haven't really been able to put on clinical performances in that first two games. Oh, opportunity. It's gonna fall safe. No man's land, nobody at the keeper to collect the ball in case of a run out.
Seems like it's just been the case throughout the entire match for both innings. When the Bangladeshis were batting, they had so many of those being skied up and just landing in no man's land. It just speaks of the defensive nature of the field right now, because it's such a good batting track. The batters are also raising their hands and playing the strokes that are required in order for them to take advantage of the surface. And so they keep landing in these open spaces. Just like that.
Again, it's just over the in-ring. The use of the feet from Vian Pretorius just evades the men running back at cover. This is where South Africa were also smart in the change of pace in the latter stage of the innings. Now, Rizan Hussain employing some of the tactics that Dando Soni utilized towards the back end of Bangladesh's batting innings. Harder to hit, no pace on the ball. So you have to generate all the pace on his own, Vian Pretorius.
44 done. South Africa have 36 deliveries to make up 47 runs. It's 274 for 3. 25th of July is the start of that under-19 series between South Africa, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. It's going to be happening at the Harare Sports Club throughout those 2 weeks, from the 25th till the 10th of August. Eyes are coming to the young boys and young men who will be the future of South Africa. And right now, this is the quality of cricket they are able to showcase in every single game that they play. Or anything close to this, they'll be in good stead.
Yeah, match situation still firmly in South Africa's control. 47 from 36. Run rate just creeping up towards 8 and over, 7.8 at the moment. Still manageable. Really is still manageable. Especially when Jorik van Schalkwyk is still at the crease.
Vian Pretorius, if he can preserve his wicket here and just see off the innings in a victory cause, what a confidence booster it will be for him as well. His feet haven't been steady, and this might be just that. Currently on 17 from 27.
Also still pretty young, probably one of the younger members of this under-19 side. Also carries a bit of pressure from the success of his older brother, Luandre. So it'll take a little bit of time for him to be able to settle into the side.
Okay, relax.
Just especially the style of his older brother's play. It's the style of cricket and batting that captivates the eye because it's big hitting and it's stylish. And most importantly, it's effective. And so it's so important on that point when we watch these young men grow that we shy away from the comparisons, not just comparing Vian to his older brother, but comparing our Bulbulia to a Hashim Amla, which is the curse that a Dewald Brev has found himself straight in being compared to A.B. de Villiers as an under-19 player. So it's important that we take these opportunities to watch these boys and build an identity based on who they actually are rather than the idea of whom we think they play like.
There's trouble here. Real trouble here for Bangladesh. It's been something that they've done the whole day, throughout the series actually. As Hakim Tamim has been called over by Bongani Jele. In fact, I think it's also light. It's gotten very dark, very, very dark here in Benoni. And play safety is also very important for the officials to make sure that they take care of. Pelele Gasa's already taken off the stumps. And I think this might be the end of the game, you know. I think it really might be the end of the game. I can see Vian Pretorius and Jorik van Schalkwyk hugging each other. I think it might be the end of the game because of the light. Yes, it is. Duckworth, Lewis and Stern will be the one to adjudicate the winner, and possibly it will be South Africa. Very much above the par score that's needed. DLS says 266. South Africa are 277. So South Africa will definitely win this if the match is ended here, and I definitely think it is because there have been handshakes all around. Duckworth, Lewis and Stern. South Africa win.
Mother Nature comes in to play her hand in a different way. Normally in white ball cricket, the lights would come on, but not on this one. And so the Duckworth Lewis Stern method will come in. Pilasanders Klaba bringing us the commentary alongside Mondezondegi. He'll now be rushing downstairs to have a conversation with the two captains. But as it stands here in Willowmore Park, Benoni, South Africa batting fantastically. Jorik van Schalkwyk, record-breaking innings at an under-19 level. The highest runs are scored for a South African player, eclipsing Jacques Rudolph's unbeaten 156 whilst he was at under-19 level. But the light does deprive South Africa of an opportunity of chasing down the highest run chase in under-19 youth one-day international history. 318 is the record. and they were chasing 321. They were 44 runs away from 32 deliveries when the darkness brought close to play. And like said, if Darkwood Lewis Stern is taken into consideration, South Africa have the upper hand, needing 266 down 277. Ladies and gentlemen, what a broadcast and show it has been over the last 3 days. It should be Bangladesh winning the series 2-1, and that one was in the hands of Jorik van Schalkwyk. 164 runs from 156. He was fortuitous getting dropped in the early 80s, but you take those opportunities in order to make granddaddy scores, and that's exactly what he does. Mohamed Bulbulia, they played a superb innings, and they tore apart the opening batters at the start. The opening bowlers going for 10 runs in the over, Shahari Alamin and Sanjit Mozumdar, going at nearly 9 runs to the overs. The spinners tried their best, but such was the batting of Jorik van Schalkwyk that it helped the Proteas under-19 team claim what is a victory. So it ends 2-1, and we will be going downstairs in a couple of minutes in order to speak with Pilar Sanders Klaba and the 2 captains for the team. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here as South Africa win by 14 runs on Duckworth Lewis Stern. We'll go downstairs, and then we'll see you again later in the Cricket South Africa YouTube channel here at Willowmore Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation of this third and final Youth ODI between South Africa and Bangladesh here at Willamore Park in Benoni. South Africa have won via the Duckworth, Lewis and Stern method, and a really good comeback for South Africa in this third and final ODI. A couple of awards to hand out, and we'll start off with the player of the match. And for figures of 6 for 65 in his 10 overs, Ndando Soni is the man of the match and will receive his man of the match trophy from match referee Mr. Rudy Birkenstock. Wonderful performance from Ndando Soni, 6 for 65, and really was the catalyst in making sure that South Africa were able to restrict Bangladesh in the latter stages. Our player of the series, and we'll have two of them from either side. We'll start off with the Bangladesh player of the series for runs of 195 in 172 deliveries faced. He was really instrumental in getting Bangladesh off to some good starts at the top of the innings. The player of the series is Bangladesh opener Mr. Zawad Abrar. He'll get his trophy from the Bangladesh High Commissioner Mr. Shah Ahmed Shafi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. One of these. Series, yes.
This one?
This one, yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
So what if you can have a chat for me, please? Just a quick one. Really good series for you with the bat. What was the most important thing that you worked on to be able to score runs in South African conditions?
Just to be consistent and focus on ball by ball and just play my natural game. That was it.
Coming off a really good series also in Sri Lanka a little bit earlier in the year, hundreds there. Were you a little bit disappointed that you weren't able to convert some of the starts that you had in this series into those big scores?
Yeah, obviously disappointed. I could have done better. I got a good start, could have made it longer, but unfortunately couldn't make it. But that's all. Not in my hands, in Allah's hands. So
it's a good partnership between yourself and Beg at the top of the order. What is the chat between you guys in terms of run making at the top of the order? Do you look to attack those first 10 overs in the power play?
I go for the attack and I tell him to just calm down and stay for a bit, keep the wicket in hand, and I'll go for the shots.
Tri-series next between South Africa and Zimbabwe. What are you looking forward to the most?
Looking forward to win, obviously. Yeah, that's it. And perform better and help my team win.
Wonderful performance. Well done. Look forward to seeing you in Zimbabwe for that tri-series. Our player of the series is Zawad Abrar from Bangladesh. Just before we give the series trophy to the winners, Bangladesh, by beating South Africa by 2-1, I'd like to call on the losing captain first in Jason Rolls from South Africa to have a chat quickly. Jason, tough series. Any lessons that you might have picked up from this 3-match series?
I think definitely more about partnerships up front. I feel like that's what we capitalized on today. I think the batters batted extremely well today, and we showed them what we got.
Just looking at the first 2 games, it looked like a team that was still trying to get used to each other, gelling it at the right times. Was it a case of maybe just learning a little bit of each other in the first 2 games and then putting in a big performance in this third one?
I think it was more about the partnerships when we were batting. That's what I think changed it from the previous 2 games to now. But yeah.
How much confidence do you take from this win as a team going forward into that tri-series?
I think definitely I'm proud of the boys. We put out a good performance today, and hopefully we can go win that tri-series.
All the best for that.
Thank you.
Jason Rawls, South Africa's skipper for this series, shared the skipper responsibilities with Mohamed Bulbulia also in this series. I'd like to also call upon Azizul Hakim Tamim, Bangladesh's captain, for a quick chat. Job done? You're happy with that?
Yeah, just happy for 2-match win, but today is a little bit disappointing for match loss.
What was the issue today in terms of finding some really crucial breakthroughs early on, like you did in that first 2 games of the series with the ball to try and restrict the South African batting lineup?
Yeah, they are very batting very well, and we are like not too much disappointed because we some mistake in your field, and we are at our best because some bowlers are mistake made and some fielding also mistake on catches. They are very important to catch, and they were very well bowler team.
With the ball, you guys really bowled well. Imon up front, Fahad, Debashish Deba, also really good performances with the ball. How proud are you of the bowling effort in this series?
Yeah, obviously, because you see the Fahad and Imon, they are very good starting power play wickets coming to, and Debashish is also very good in middle overs bowler. That's it.
And with the bat also, yourself, Zawad Abrar up at the top, Beg at the top. How important were those runs in constructing totals that were really difficult to chase down?
Yeah, obviously, because Zawad is a very good series to a few before series also Sri Lanka, and now he is very good to perform now. He is very in form in South Africa. That series is continue for him, and some of players like Rizan and Abdullah very good contributed, and yeah, that is good for me. That's my team.
What are you looking forward to that tri-series then?
Obviously, inshallah, Allah inshallah to win the matches, and inshallah we believe our process. That's it.
All the best for that then.
Thank you so much.
Don't go away, because you'll receive the series trophy, and you can ask your team to come forward as well to get this trophy from South Africa's Grant van Velden, who's the head of high performance at Cricket South Africa. Series winners, Bangladesh beating South Africa by 2-1 in this 3 Youth ODI series. Wonderful performances from the young men from Bangladesh. They'll be looking to continue the momentum into that tri-series.